Welcome to my very first video on this channel. We're gonna be talking about the problem with women in video games, and there seem to be a lot of them, but let's get into it. Why can't games with dedicated women leads create women with charm and magnetism do this thing? Well, some of the most recent games we have been graced with have tried to do this. Like games with Forspoken with Frey. She's an attractive woman who can fight dragons, and if you don't think she's attractive, you might be porn-brained. But they gave her the most awkward dialogue, and she sounds like she's customer service basically. What about a game like Dragon Age Veilguard? It somehow managed to be 10 years in the oven and got overcooked. Well, the reason why they have these issues might be because it's built on false reality that men and women are interchangeable, and the way they approach life, struggles and problems are the same, but they are not. They are not the same. The way they do this is they take a male character and then replace it with a female character and give it the same responses that a male would have. It's off-putting and weird. They are different from down to a chromosome level, and then they expect the story to be told the same way. Instead of having emotionally rich stories, we get cringe Twitter bios and fancy outfits. What we need female characters with range, drama, real struggles and complications. If we look at Expedition 33, the video game, we get Mael, who was orphaned and disillusioned with her life. There's very interesting characters in that game, and fantastic writing overall in Expedition 33. In some cases today, they are writing a story to prove something, not to create a story, which is basically horrible for every sort of game out there. There's also the case of historically that men fight for the protection of women when it comes to action games. And you can see this with Final Fantasy XIV, for example, where many of the female characters are very well written. Or you could say Jill from Resident Evil, who also very well written and is a gorgeous woman. They don't want to make feminine characters because they feel like they are diminutive or degrading. It seems like it's some sort of internalized misogyny that like women have against themselves, or it just feels that way at least. If we take a game like Resident Evil again, we can talk about some of their characters, for example like Jill, who is tactical, calm and looks amazing, like we talked about earlier. And Ada, who is mysterious, has great style and is just a hottie in itself. Claire is gorgeous, kind and capable of handling herself. And Lady Dimitrescu, who is absolutely a big muscle mommy who some people have a kink to. She had only 10 minutes of screen time, but basically she owned the scene for months or even years. They are cool, they are hot, and they got range. We even have a few good female characters that are from Monster Hunter Wilds, called Gemma, which is the Smith in Monster Hunter Wilds. And I forgot the name of the one with the glasses, but I think you know what I mean. And you gotta remember, a big part of these characters is that they are attractive, besides them having good writing behind them. And that goes to say for cosplayers that look at these characters and cosplay them. Nobody wants to cosplay an ugly character, right? And we could see that with Silksong the Hornet, for example. There are some really good cosplayers out there. They are very attractive for the cosplaying of Hornet from Silksong. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there's actually a style guide out for Avowed for cosplaying their characters in the story. But nobody really wanted to do that. Because none of their characters were appealing or attractive. So it's not that the feminine characters are outdated, it's not shallow. Let women be cute, be manipulative, kind and a little chaotic, soft but have a sharp bite, pretty and powerful. But when female characters are done right, they are worth gold in a story. Just like Bayonetta, you have Trish from The Witcher, you have Lightning from Final Fantasy. And this also goes for gacha games too. You have Bronya, you have an anime story like Frieren. Amazing female characters that are both gorgeous and deadly at the same time. So what I have to say to this, to end off the video, make feminine characters great again.